How do you respond to someone who says that they're scared to stay here because of violence or drug use? What's your response to them?
Yeah, so I mean, I get it. If someone is not accustomed to having to stay in this environment, I totally get how this could be intimidating or difficult, challenging, or would make a person uncomfortable, nervous, or frightened to have to live in a space like this. But we've done a tremendous amount of work in the last couple of years on safety. Our shelter is staffed by 3 staff every night, and we have 2 security guards. We use a company that's also used by healthcare, so we have similar policies and environments that they're used to and accustomed to, plus the training is consistent with what we try to achieve here. And we have a security guard now here in the daytime, so we actually have security on site 24 hours a day. So it's a complicated and challenging balance to find, because we are low barrier. So we allow people with all kinds of backgrounds and personal circumstances to come into space. We ask everyone who comes into space, if it be a guest or a volunteer or a staff person or a service provider, to follow 3 rules. That is to respect yourself, respect others, and respect the space. And as long as you do that, you can come in. So if a person is active in their addiction, that's okay. If you can follow those 3 rules, as I just mentioned, that's okay. We're still welcome you in the space. If you have a chronic or a mental health circumstance that's impacting your life, as long as you can respect yourself, respect others, respect the space, we welcome you in, and we will work with you and try to provide for you and assist you and support you.
Mm-hmm. Some people have said that they were here and they see someone using drugs like in the bed right next to them.
We ask people not to bring drugs into the site and on site, and we actually give them a brown paper bag to put in their drugs or drug paraphernalia, personal items and so on, and we have lockers here in the space as well, and there's a locker for every bed, so we'll lock it in the locker. And if someone needs to go outside during the night, we allow them to do that.
What would you do if you did see someone using drugs in this space?
Well, they'd likely, if staff saw that, they'd be asked to leave. They'd be asked not to do that, they'd be asked to leave. Probably given a warning or a caution that if it happens again, you may be out for more than just a short period of time, and it may result in a restriction from you utilizing the services or coming here.
We're here today and you're showing us around, kind of showcasing a lot of the services that are offered here. So you're clearly very proud of what you do here. What is it like for you when you do hear the people who have been staying over in Bannerman Park in tents? What's it like for you to hear them say, I'm here in this tent because I'm too afraid to come over to the gathering place? Yeah,
so it was never easy to hear, and I can assure you it's not easy for our staff to hear that either. So we've had some vacancies here in the last few weeks, mostly in the women's section of the shelter, and it's important for people to know that sometimes we do have those vacancies and to come here. But I can tell you here, we do our very best. You can see this place is going through a cleaning right now. So our typical day happens late in the afternoon. Newfoundland Labrador Housing will let us know who to expect here tonight. Our shelter staff come in for the evening. We open the doors at 8 o'clock, and guests who have been here overnight after night after night will come through the building, inside the building to come here. New shelter guests will come through the door outside the main entrance to come in. There's a fairly brief admissions process that happens. We provide a snack bag and food, kind of the Costco snacks kind of items. There's tea and coffee, microwave. We sometimes have sandwiches here donated from Starbucks and those types of places. Just clean washrooms and showers, and we can get you clean clothes, get you to bed. In the morning when you get up, we start to wake people up around 7:30, and then they can move upstairs to the building and go for a breakfast. And then the place is fully cleaned, stripped out and cleaned every single day. And then it starts all over again.
No one wants to stay in a shelter.
Absolutely right.
But if you had the option yourself to either stay in one of these cots overnight or sleep in a tent in Bannerman Park, what would you choose? I'd be one
of these. I trust the staff that work here. I trust the programs that we have put in place, the policies that we have. And while we do have incidents that occur here, we have hundreds of people go through every single day, and our staff are very well equipped to deal with those. We use processes of de-escalation versus force. There's none of that force or anything like that happens here. It's about de-escalating, understanding the circumstances, understanding where a person is coming from. We do want a safe space. We want a warm, comfortable, and clean space where people can come in. You met some guests today who are volunteering, and they're very proud of the space because they become part of the solution. And you heard someone clean up outdoors, and you've heard from someone who works in our boutique and so on. And that can change mindsets as well, being giving people purpose and also making them part of that solution. So it's a complex operation, but it's really, really important work. And it's important for us to make our best efforts that if there is someone outside who needs a bed, that we have an arrangement or an understanding set that they can come in here and feel relatively safe.
Okay, well, Paul Davis, thank you so much.
No, it's a pleasure. I'm glad you came in. There's a lot goes on here, and I can't be thankful enough for the people who work here, but also for the community that supports us every single day.